Hello everybody, welcome back to The Last Promise. We've just beaten 19x, so now it's time for 20. Battle in Blaine. Thank you all for coming here. I assure you the information I have to tell you is important for you to know. Although I've already heard this, I feel I should be here to discuss it. This discussion affects all of us, after all. Indeed. With that said, I shall begin. My personal story started when Magnus first invaded Aegis. As Duke Paul has told you, Aegis was taken about 2 years ago. It was then that Magnus's highest-ranked general, the Mage General, warped countless troops on Valencian soil. So that prologue happened 2 years ago. Interesting. The Mage General's magic is beyond compare. He is more than a prodigy. He has the capability to warp himself, as well as multiple others, to any location. Such manipulation of ether has been unheard of. It's almost like he's using teleportation magic from other universes and not from Fire Emblem. Because teleportation in Fire Emblem is a bit more difficult. Except my Magnus, one of the 7 heroes, who with help avoided the extinction of humans. But we all know the story of how humans were driven away from the old Blaine to the new continent of Solemn, so I digress. Within minutes, Magnus had started rampaging across Aegis. There wasn't even time for a messenger to reach the Duke. Within an hour, the civilians had been subdued, and Castle Aegis had fallen without a fight. After this, Magnus was confident he could conquer the rest of Valencia. After all, for the 8 years or so before that, conflict had rendered Regalia and Alexia without leaders, and Count Pellinor and Count Deficio traitors. Alicia, self-absorbed in their inability to choose a queen, was supposedly taken advantage of and quickly conquered as well. They were too preoccupied defending off against Magnus. Not only this, but Magnus has been preparing for years. General Siegfried, you know better than us. Signs of war and conflict began 10 years ago. The people with the power to stop it failed to. Yes, if only they'd been more careful and decisive. Athea too was taken over, as is common knowledge. Without the unification of tribes, Athea is too fragile to wage any war. Of course, spreading occupation forces and striking deals. These things take time for Magnus to do, but they sacrifice little else in doing so. And with Alicia, Athea, and Valencia out of the picture, Blaine was thus the last area to resist Magnian takeover. Of course, Blaine is also strong, but not enough. While you stirred up a rebellion in Athea, Magnus was making preparations for a large push on Blaine. The Imperial generals have been away from the battlefield, and I can only guess as to why this is so. But I do know of the situation in Blaine. How are they doing? Magnus has sent any of its Imperial generals to us, hasn't sent any of its Imperial generals to us, and they must still be busy dealing with Blaine, right? Well, I'm honestly a little confused. Blaine's status is unfortunate. I've been working as a spy in Magnus, and they say Blaine is left with only the capital and a few other neighboring cities and strongholds. The king and his royal riders remain there, struggling, yet somehow they've managed to hold off Magnus until now. So Magnus is closing in on Blaine? Yes, Magnus set up defense lines surrounding the core of Blaine. Magnus will not let anyone enter nor leave its borders. With that important piece of information, I think our course is set. To Blaine? That's what I think. We need to help Blaine fight against Magnus. Their only real ally left, it's that simple. I agree, Kelik. If we don't seize this chance, Magnus may quickly reconquer Athea. Chief Haas of the Fora is there, but I can't imagine he could hold out forever against Magnus's numbers. If Blaine was taken out as well, it would be Magnus's lone target. There's no way they'd let us have our way at that point. And we cannot discount the Mage General on our plans. He is an excellent tactician as well. With his magical power, he could do something like what he did to Aegis. He would have used that power long ago if it was that simple, though. Oh, whoops, wrong person. Warping people doesn't only take massive amounts of ether, but also the skill to control the flow of all that ether at once. I don't believe he can use his magic on such a large scale as he pleases. Even Gallagher must have his limits. Huh. Dad, do you remember that prisoner we met? Yeah, I was just thinking about him. His name was Gallagher. Somehow I remember it. It could have been another Gallagher. Perhaps, but I don't believe that Gallagher is a very common name. Well, oh, I know. Gallagher's eyes were two completely different colors. Ah, you're right. Mage General also has two eerily different color eyes. The Gallagher we met was nothing but an innocent prisoner. What purpose would he have to enact such a ruse? If I may, Mage General has the ability to warp, as you may remember. It's possible he was traveling to spy on the soldiers. If that were the case, why not just kill us then and there? If he's as strong as you say he is, you'd have no problem with that. That I cannot explain. I'm sure the truth will reveal itself in time. If you truly met Gallagher as you say you did, then there must be some reason he chose not to confront you. For now, I'll supply you with your basic necessities. Unfortunately, most of our treasure was stolen by Magnus. There's a little extra funding I can offer you, General. I'll accept whatever you have to offer, Duke. Any support is appreciated, regardless of its measure. Such benevolence carries you far, General. I have an extra present for you, if you may. You can give it to whoever can make use of it. A celestial ring? Do you have one to spare? I was going to give this to my future wife, but if not for you, I would not live to that time. Besides, my marriage will have to wait some. What ruler would I be if I got married in the middle of a war? I'm touched, but this is better spent elsewhere. I'd be grateful if you would take it, General. Alright, I will take it. Yay, now we can promote both Sia and Itsuke. Kelik, if you could have an audience with me later. If you wish, Duke Paul. Oh no, how long is this talking gonna go on? Magnian Palace. Great General Landmark. Knight General Holton. Mage General Gallagher. It's rare that I see all three of you assembled before me. I hope you've enjoyed a taste of the luxuries of my new society. Your life the past month is what only the virtuous people will receive. After we conquer Blaine, only the good of society will survive and flourish. You at my sides will eradicate the filth of this world. My apologies, generals. I did not call you here to preach to you. Instead, I have some new orders for you to fulfill. I've been waiting. Majesty, I've been waiting for orders. Make my duty to kill Zane, and I will fulfill my duty. General Zane will have to wait. In any case, your orders are first, Cabal. You must venture to Athea and kill the leader of the Forum. He should be there now, however, if he were to join with the rebels, you would no longer be able to easily target him. Oh, him. He isn't quite the prey I look forward to killing. As you order, I will hunt down Chief Haas. Thank you. Now, Landmark. You must stay here and defend Magnus. The leader of the rebellion is a former knight, but he has lost his reason. Since Valencia borders Magnus, he might very well invade. You must prevent this and hold nothing back. We will use our best soldiers and weapons if needs be. In the case he does not attack, you shall build defenses along the borderline. I'm also leaving you in charge of preparing the royal army. Understood? Yes, your majesty. I shall see to it that we have no room for error. And you, Gallagher, my prized possession. You will take Blaine and kill its ruler to be replaced by you. General Zane would not leave his king defenseless at the castle. You must bait the king out of his castle and then ambush him. You can use any resources you want to execute such a plan. The rest is up to me, then. Yes, that's right. Failure is not an option. And in the case that something did not work out as intended, come back to the palace as soon as possible. Your ability to reinforce the strength and durability of weapons and armor with ether is one of our greatest assets. Okay, so not only does he have warp and rewarp, but he also has hammer as a passive. What can't this guy do? Jeez, and I thought Kelik was a special snowflake. I'd rather have General Holton take the front lines than risk having you use up too much of your energy, Gallagher. So I shall kill Blaine, Holton shall hunt the foreign chief, Landmark shall ready our defenses, and if this does not work as planned, Holton shall take the front lines, and Landmark and I will prepare the army. Yes, if nothing else, the rebels are quick. They travel hastily and fight like madmen. If we could corner them and make them fight on our terms, this would be as easy as sending one of you to finish them off. Please do not worry, your majesty. We shall do all as you have told us. If that is the case, my imperial generals, you are now dismissed. My dream world will come to fruition. I'll ensure that it does for my country, my people. I must eradicate all inferior society before they send this continent to the bottom of the ocean. And more talking still. Kelik, glad you came. I have something for you. A heaven seal. You knew I was level 20? In our secret vaults, yes, not even Magnus could locate it. Why for me? Considered a commander, but it's just a title. There are so many of only so many of these to exist. There are so many knights who could make better use of this. I don't mean to be rude, but you should reconsider. Kelik, you don't have to be a knight to use a heaven seal. The 7 heroes of the Falling were said to have used these seals. All it does is help unlock the power you already have within you. But you can't put me on the level of one of the 7 heroes. They saved humans from the brink of extinction. You're right, I can't. Wow, Kelik, this is like the one time you're being modest and not accepting a gift. What is this? Like, why is everyone unable to accept gifts? I myself am not a great duke or leader. I'm not big on proper etiquette, manners, and speech. I'm not even a great governor of my territory. My father passed this down to me, and if it's unused, it will serve as nothing more than a relic. I can't say I know how well you govern Aegis, nor can I say that I want or need this emblem. See this necklace? It's a special amulet. It contains the soul of a friend I lost years ago, though it doesn't let me promote like the Heaven Seal would. The very ether that comprised his mind and essence is in here. You mean to say it's an Ethereum? Yes. Ethereums are containers for ether that hold tremendous power. Obtaining one with the ether of a human life is costly. I have enough responsibility with this much power alone. But the fact that you don't seek out for more sources of power shows you're able enough to have power but not misuse it. After all, whoever's soul is an attachment to that necklace must also have an attachment to the person who uses it, no? My understandings of Ethereums may indeed be limited, but I believe this much is true. Come on, Kelik, why must you and General Siegfried be so stubborn at taking gifts? I know, right? Alright. Keep it with me, but I can't say I'll make use of it right away. Someday I may in fact need its power, if I'm to have any hope of defeating Leon. Trust you in that matter. Honestly, even Siegfried's son Sean may be able to use it, so even though I think that your time is now, you're free to do what you will, Kelik. Just know that. Thank you, Duke Paul. Think nothing of it. Even after this, I still haven't repaid you for saving Aegis. Best of luck to you, Anakin, General Siegfried, his son, and the rebellion. And best of luck to you in defending Aegis, Duke. You got a Heaven Seal. And the talking's not over yet. Howard. It's odd to see you here. Defenseless. Powerless. So apparently this song's from Fairy Tale or something, but it's a light remix. I don't know. Has my time come? Your time for what? My punishment. For the wrongs I've done. Do you regret them? If you had the chance, would you correct yourself? I cannot correct my past, I can only change my future. Well said, Howard. I never expected to hear those words come from your mouth. Kelik told us everything, Howard. Didn't know what to think at first. Too bewildered to be angry or sentimental or anything. Dad, I don't like him. But if you're willing, then I'm willing too. Howard, would you join us? If you truly had a change of heart, I'd offer you a chance to show it. You know our soldiers won't have an easy time fighting with you, but as long as you stay loyal to their words, we have no problem. Please let me fight. Please? I can't take the guilt. The guilt of everything I've so foolishly done for her. She is brave, isn't she? Even when fighting against an enemy general, she saw the good in you. If not for her, you might be dead now. Instead, you'll join us in the battlefield and fight alongside us. So Howard wouldn't actually be dead had Sia not talked to her? But Howard would basically just be left in this prison cell to rot, and you'd never hear from him again. Because that's what happened to me. Fate is unpredictable, isn't it? Siegfried, trust in me. I will do everything in my power to resist Magnus. I can no longer feign ignorance of its deeds. Heed my oath. I will surrender this life to peace and redemption. I am a green unit no more. So much traveling. Anakin, you have it easy. My horse has it the toughest. Oh, Sean. When you come older, you'll see how tiresome it is. You act like you're a senior citizen, Anakin. Does it even count as laziness? I think falls in the category of weak. I'm sure Anakin would agree with me, but he's too out of breath. Anakin, you yourself could use some motivation. That's right. Not laziness, it's lack of motivation. Isn't that what you say all the time, Anakin? You two sure are in a mocking mood. Jerks. Wait, Anakin, I'm sorry. There goes the other blonde. Guess Sean didn't realize Anakin was just playing along. Well, anyway, Le'Veon, how close are we to the castle? We could reach there before sunset, Kelik. Right. I think we could use a break. Mind telling Siegfried? As you wish. Do I finally get to fight now? It's Magnians. They've come again. They're trying to trick us by poisoning us rebels again. I must inform General Zane about this. Yeah, that's how long this map is. Imperial General Zane, I bear news from the west. We need a break. What is it this time? I spotted a group of Magnians posing as rebels again. Is there no definitive flag or mark against them? They must have figured out. We hadn't yet figured out their plan. The defeat of the entire 2nd Division was because they were ambushed by fake rebels. The whole rebellion is probably a ruse set up by Magnus. Completely imaginary. I'll inform the king and send him to safety elsewhere. You go and commence the battle preparations. We'll make our stand here. There. Yes, sir. Your Majesty, another group of rebellion imposters have come to take the castle. Please, let us hurry to your safety. Ugh, not again. Those Magnian scoundrels. Seems I can trust no one but you, Zane. I will head to the secret fortress. You stay here and defend against the invaders. Your Majesty, please, give me leave to travel with you. I could never feel at ease without you by my side. I do not wish it this way. However, you are my most skilled and powerful soldier, Zane. Do not waste your skills protecting me. Your Majesty. General Zane, if your situation becomes too dire, surrender. I'd be tainted with misery if you were to fall. Your Majesty, I am your soldier. As kind as you are, it is my duty to fight to the death. I must leave now to prepare for the battle. Leopold, please take good care of the king. Of course, he is in my complete care. Sound. Was it a battle call? It is undoubtedly what I heard it to be. I presume that Blaine takes us as the enemy. Us, the enemy? No way. As ridiculous as that is, it seems that way. Information, numbers, and weapons convey hostility. There must be some confusion here. Spears come before their words. Perhaps he can make them surrender. Blaine should be on our side. What's happened? If they actually attack us, we'll have no choice but to attack back. We don't have time to figure this out. We have to defend ourselves. So after 17 minutes of conversation, we finally get into a map, which is going to take quite a bit of time, because look at how large this map is. And it's a mountain pass full of forests and forts. Iron and steel weapons. Basically the exact same stuff that was available last chapter. Oh, and there are also wyvern lords around here too that are very scary with silver weapons. And spear. The boss is Zane, Silmeria, Royal Spear of Blaine. It's 1-2 range, 15 weight, 19 might, 90 hit. And gives him 5 resistance. Pretty good unit. So even halberdiers showing up. Any stealables? I doubt it. Oh, another releasing whip. There's an elixir. A Delphi shield that we actually get for killing the guy instead of having to steal it. Another elixir, another spear. Ah yes, the bloody rifle. 45 hit, 12 weight, 10 might, 30 crit. That 45 hit really brings this weapon down to the point of near uselessness though. I don't believe we can actually recruit Zane. Unfortunate as that is. However, we do... Where did that go? Where is the Heaven Seal? Please tell me that I didn't not get the Heaven Seal just because his inventory was full. And the Celestial... Oh wait, now I remember. Now I remember exactly what happened. Yeah. Yeah, you get the items at the start of the chapter. Because that's not frustrating at all. Inanna's really not doing much for me. Lyran's not doing much either. They're both decent enough, but neither of them is particularly impressive, so I might... But the problem is there's so many mountains that it really helps to have some units who can fly around them. This might be the time where we sit Kevin out because he just can't move. Then again, so many forests, my mounted units can't really move either. Yeah, this chapter's not frustrating at all. And I completely forgot that his promotion gives Anakin B rank light right away. So he can actually use Divine. Gonna make space so Itsuke can hold the next ring I get. Siegfried's gonna get both of them, I think. Could be wrong in that. Actually, let's have Ben take the spear. Someone else can take the short spear. We can figure out weapons for you. I guess that's fine. Sure, this works. And we get a unit for going here, visiting this village. Don't really think we need anything from the armories at this time. Actual longbows. You know what? I'm really tempted to get one. Just because I know in the future it's gonna be dang near necessary. Actually, is Sean even forced to be on this map? He's not, is he? No, he's not. In which case, I can bring in Anna instead. Because I'm only getting one seal, so I might as well give it to a unit that's gonna make good use of it. I forget if Siegfried starts with the Heaven Seal or if Kelik does. Inventory. This seems fine. Battle in Blaine. It's only almost 24 minutes, and now we finally get to start the chapter. Please let me properly introduce myself, Commanders. I'm Yue, a roaming scholar who temporarily settled at Aegis. If I had an ambition, it would be knowledge. In actuality, I have little interest in wars that mankind creates. It was Gallagher's high-level magic that intrigued me. Before that, outside affairs have meant little to me. While I'm user of the dark art there's no reason to fear me. Dark magic is simply an intricate art that few have touched since the falling. Like Kelik, I have an amulet containing powerful ether. However, this one isn't of a human life and holds no attachment to this world. In fact, anyone could benefit from its powers if they were to hold it. Such is the nature of soulless ether. I apologize. Paul insisted that I fully introduce myself and waste more of your time. If you ever were to participate in a battle, honestly I would prefer not to fight, but since we're fighting wyverns, I can use my dark magic to help you. Wyverns are susceptible to any magical-based attack, except for Ben. Similarly, I'm quite vulnerable to physical attacks. Dictate my actions as best as possible. And you get a celestial ring. And a heaven seal. And my sins lay heavily upon me, so for now it will take all my strength to move forward for a new purpose. I'm honestly tempted to cut the video right here and now. Just because it's been 25 minutes of nothing. But I'm not gonna do that to you. So here's Howard. If you remember Percival from FE6, that's basically what Howard is. A little bit low skill, but everything else is fantastic. Kelik starts with the Heaven Seal. Siegfried starts with the Celestial Ring. And you visit this village? Who are you? What business do you have here? So you rebels? Fighting Blaine due to some mix-up? That's true, then let me join. Bandits came and destroyed my home village in Valencia. Out of anger, I went and tried to raid their enemy base, but I got captured instead. The other survivors came, tried to get me out, but they were killed. For some reason, I was allowed to escape and live. Later found out it wasn't bandits who attacked, but Magnus. Simply posed as bandits and put the blame on them. So I know what it's like to regret fighting the wrong people. That's why I can't stand by as Blaine mistakes you guys for Magnians. Pump some sense into those wyverns if I have to. Man, is everyone gonna talk forever? So meet Sai. Incredibly good stats for his level. His level ups are pretty good. Starts with C rank axes, starts with a C rank support with Mark. And starts with the Dragon Axe, so he's actually really good for this chapter. There's Yue, a shaman with good stats. Like honestly, he's another example of a very good mage. And he comes with an amulet. So long as the amulet is held in the person's inventory, that unit will gain plus 10 hit, plus 10 avoid. Which is incredibly useful. But now it's time for Kelik to promote. Boom, look at that. Look at that, another custom sprite for the Legends. Not the best promo gains. 2 defense isn't bad. 4 hit points. Great stat caps. Like 30 speed, I think, and like 28, 29 skill. And like 26 strength, I think. Yeah, really good stat caps. Just continue the trend of everything Kelik touches becoming good. Give me that hand axe, give me the elixir. What's in this house? Blaine is well known for its wyvern riders, strong, sturdy, and highly mobile. They have many advantages. Said an arbiter first called this land his own, and he discovered the untamed wyvern and was one of the first to learn how to ride them and take them into battle. Considering the terrain here, their ability to fly over forests and mountains is especially useful. Not for these advantages that Blaine has over Magnus's land army, they might have lost to Magnus months or years ago. I want to visit this house, but I don't want to use up all my turns to do so. Ah, no! We're sorry, Magnus. Please don't hurt us. We won't get in your way. Please forgive us. Yeah, totally useful house to visit. As you can see, Lyran's gonna struggle a bit still, because I haven't been able to feed her as many kills as I've wanted to. Give me that ring. Oh, there's a ballista here in case you bring Zack. So that's nice. The amulet is actually a very useful item that I want to make sure I give to someone who can actually utilize it. Karina's defense is one thing that she's lacking still. For the future, I'm gonna buy a longbow. Because I know that Storm's gonna really want one. Because without weighing 16, it's so much better than the rifle bow. Pretty much everything's better than the bloody rifle if you can avoid having to use it. Come on, Corbin. You're so close to being pretty good. Power's within you. Why is this being so difficult? Yeah, this is another map that I guess has a deceptively easy start. And then when you realize, I'm just going to leave animations off for now. Actually, never mind. Kelik's going to get attacked. I should probably turn those on. Yeah, this map has a deceptively easy start, but once you actually get rolling, it's pretty challenging. And that's with a javelin. He has 22 strength. These wyvern riders do not mess around. They will kill you very quick. What the heck, Ben? 91% misses. Okay, this is just the way things are going today. Over here, 19. Okay, you could really use that Elysian whip as soon as I can get it. Air caliber is going to be quite helpful. I'm going to be really careful with my units so I'm not putting them into the range of a lot of enemy fire. I have no idea if I've set up well, but I'll ride this out. Oh, nice use of the forest. Okay. And this is why you have to be really careful. Because Lirin can die in 2 hits to an Iron Lance Wyvern. Anakin can also just get a random crit there. Okay, sure. Oh wow, Anakin was in serious danger. Anakin gets 2-shot. Okay. Did not realize that. Should probably have thought about that a bit more before doing that. That's what I meant when I said that this level's surprisingly difficult at the start, because you kind of just get ambushed from all sides. He has 6 hit points. Yeah, that's a 5th. Okay. Yeah, he has a passive regen effect on him, which is quite beneficial. Now, Sai is good, but he takes a while to get going. And that while is not necessarily time that I have. So I'm just going to use him to weaken these riders for my mages to finish off. Wait a second. Does Air Caliber not deal bonus damage? It totally... of Pegasi. But they didn't program it to be effective against wyverns. In other words, it's totally useless. Yeah, that upsets me a little bit. Not gonna lie. I was expecting a useful attack spell. The reason I bought 4 copies of it was because I thought it would help against the wyverns, like it does in Fire Emblem 6. But turns out I was mistaken, and Corbin still refuses to level defense. Wonderful. Isn't that wonderful? Da-da-dun-dun-da-da. Man, all my frontline units, except for Kevin, don't want to level defense. Karina's stuck at 12, Corbin's stuck at 8. It's not the way I wanted things to go. Oh, the Karina Kelik support is done. That's nice. Good to know. I'll be sure to get on that. Don't miss, Laren. Good. Mark my words, Liren is on the edge of becoming good. Look at those stats. She should be wonderful, but she's not right now. As soon as she promotes, Liren's gonna pass a banana. I just don't have that many promotion items to go around. Well, promotion items specifically whips. And Ben has earned the next one. To be honest, Ben earned his promotional item as soon as he joined my group, because that's just how good he is. But he's also been getting good level ups as well. Plus 10 hit and avoid is great on so many units. I mean, Kelik's one of the units that doesn't usually need it though, so I'm not going to give it to him just yet. But still, as I said before, incredibly useful. Nope, can't one-round this guy. Say hello to more custom sprite animation. Not bad, not bad. His critical's a bit over the top. Actually, does he even get plus crit bonus? He has 25, so yeah, he does. Yeah, he does get 15 crit. So this guy has surprising crit avoid because 8 luck. I always forget the enemies in this mod actually have luck. There's not much sense in healing Anakin because he's going to automatically restore everything. Well, promoting didn't change him getting hit by 27, so... My goodness, Kelik. Could you be any more of a non-moving target? There's a dodge. I'm just waiting for his ridiculous crit animation. Total overkill, but that's what makes Kelik Kelik. Along with getting hit by 20%ers. That's what makes Kelik Kelik. Can't dodge tank to save his life, not in this playthrough. Not when all the odds are with him. Can he tank any dodge? Sia, on the other hand, is still doing wonderfully. Dun, 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 dun. Really fast. Okay, so none of these guys. This Wyvern Lord up hugging the top of the screen, out of the way of everyone. He's the one I'm worried about. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Still gaining experience decently, despite being a paladin, because these Wyvern Riders, I guess, just give a lot of experience? I don't know. Don't ask me why things are the way they are in this game. I just kind of learned to accept them. Now here's where the Men's Staff comes in handy, and where the Lance Reaver should come in handy. The question is, can I give this kill to Lirin? Not easily. The other question, will she risk getting doubled if I use the short spear? Yes. And that is not a good hit rate at all. Okay, new plan. I try to kill him with Lirin, and if that fails, Inanna wraps up and gets the kill. Actually, how much hit does their support give? It probably gives a decent amount. I just want to see this. And Karina can get the kill. Okay, their support gives 5 hit. Which may have mattered, I have no idea. Have a level up, getting defense and speed. Thank you, Lirin. You know what you need. And now we have the A rank supports. Did I hit a sore spot? You don't seem to care about anything anymore. Caring too much. Carrie doesn't really get me too much now, does it? Besides, I'm just being my normal self. That's a lie? How are you so sure of yourself? Because you're not being as grumpy as usual. You seem like you actually want to discuss things. You just love analyzing people, don't you, Karina? Just a little. That wasn't a very good attempt to change the topic. Alright, maybe I give you a little too hard of a time. I don't mean anything bad by it, I just want you to open up and be able to talk freely. Look, I'm trying to take your advice, it's just not easy. Can you give me some time, cut me some slack? I'm only human here. You're right. You'll learn how to pay compliments and say the word friend without twitching eventually. I'll give it a rest. Don't give up trying, okay? Can you do that much? I forget to you to shut up, Karina. Hey now. Let's get back to the battle, we've spent too much time here. Hey, aren't you even gonna apologize? Not a chance, but thanks, Karina. Oh, that guy. Yeah, that's their A rank. I mean, it's totally in character for Kelik to just be a jerk who doesn't care about anything, I guess? I don't know how else to put it. Kelik's not the best person. Kelik's not the role model you should have. How about that? Power's within you. And you have freaking 46 hit points, you're not even promoted yet. I think I did give you 2 robes, but still. Corbin. This is the best Corbin I've seen. Which granted doesn't say much, because I've only seen one other use of Corbin, but he was exceedingly mediocre. Yeah, this map's gonna take a little while to get through. I think I'm actually going to cut this episode at the next enemy phase. Because it's just taking way too long, and I don't want to have a 2-hour video if I can avoid it. Probably have had some coming close in the past, but this is just incredibly long. Kevin is still not taking damage. He's been leveling his defense really well. Yeah, I'm just gonna call the video after this enemy phase, because, man, everyone wants to attack Karina. Probably because of her 12 defense. I mean, I guess if anyone were to have a target on her head, it's good that it's Karina, because she dodges most things and fights back in 1 round or 2 rounds most enemies. Yeah, it's been 45 minutes, and I know that 25 minutes of that at least have been talking. But I'm just gonna call the episode here. We'll see you guys next time. And we'll get through this mountain pass eventually. It's only 3.5 screens wide. Why? Map design, why? This was Zenith signing out.